All day, dog.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that,
Dion Lewis. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Safarian Jenkins has it. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mariota going to give to Lewis. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Check 55. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 79 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Titans 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
To throw again on second down. Mariota, and this is incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mariota. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tennessee getting their first down on a big play of 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Check 52.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Rosen will throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Record. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. The open man is Smith. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Mike 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch up. Hey, wahoo!
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Cook with a grab. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
180. Watch it. Hey, tight.
Rosen to throw on third down. And he finds Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Watch the twitch. Hey, quarter. Whoa.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On 2nd and 12. Rosen. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Come on.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
You got nothing.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. This pass complete to Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Switch. 55 is Mike, guy. 55. Come on, baby. Hey, alert. Check. Yes.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Ready?
2nd and 3. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Play action now. Mariota. Dorsett's got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Titans. Philip Dorsett, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Monday. Check it.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mariota now. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And the kick by Elliott is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. point after up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Mariota. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, Lewis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Dorsett making the catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass for...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On the run, this is Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Here's Jackson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Complete. Smith has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They try again with Lewis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Slam. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
On first down, Lewis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. On 3rd down, it's Jackson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. On.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Harold Landry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season.